In this video, I'm going to be showing you one of my own DJ transitions using two of my favorite hip hop tracks of all time. We're going to be mixing from Drake, Pound Cake, into Wu-Tang Clan, Cream. This transition is a scratch transition, and if you've not seen this channel before, I am a former UK DMC champion. Not only will I be performing this transition, but I will also break down exactly what I'm doing so that you can take these skills and apply them to your own transitions. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so first of all, let's take a listen to the two songs that we're going to be using for this transition. So on this deck, we've got Pound Cake by Drake. So the song starts off with this piece of instrumental, and then it goes into a beatboxer performing scratching with their voice. Now, any hip hop head will know that the vocal that beatboxer is scratching with their voice is from a track by the Wu-Tang Clan called Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me. So you can hear that the vocal that the beatboxer is scratching is that vocal there. So the first thing I did was I got the a cappella of the Wu-Tang track and I made an edit of the track so that I have a version that starts with a cappella and then goes into the full version of the track.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, yo. I grew up on the crime side of me.
And what I want to do is I want to mimic the scratching that the beatboxer is performing with the actual Wu-Tang a cappella. Now, this wasn't easy when I first tried this. Getting the cuts exactly the same was a real challenge, and it took me a lot of practice to get this one right. But the way I got there was I just learnt it piece by piece. Rather than trying to learn the entire thing in one go, I just learnt the first one bar and then the second bar, and then before I knew it, I actually had it down, but it did take a few days of practice. To perform the transition, I had to set cue points on the correct pieces of vocal from the Wu-Tang a cappella so that I could jump to the correct words at the correct time to mimic the Drake track. Let me show you the hot cues. So the first one is set at the beginning of the a cappella.
Cash rules everything around me.
And then the second one is set on the word cream.
Cream get the money.
And then the third one, I had to set on the word get from Get the Money.
Get the money, get the money.
And then the fourth hot cue is set on the word dollar.
Dollar bill, yo.
And then finally, I set a fifth hot cue jumping to the chorus of the original Wu-Tang track.
Cash rules everything around me.
Now, because the beatboxer on the Drake track is manipulating the Wu-Tang vocals, I need to use those hot cues to jump to different words at the correct time. Let me show you what I mean by demonstrating the first part of this routine.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
The second half of the vocal on the Drake track is actually different to the first part, so I had to learn a completely new pattern so that I could mimic the track correctly. Now let's take a listen to the second half of the routine.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Very quickly, before we get into the full transition, if you would like to download a completely free scratch tool, the same one that I use to practice my scratching, then all you need to do is head to the link in the description or follow this web address right here. Let's do it.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Get the money, dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, dollar bill, yo.